Hey guys, someone suggested that I make 3D Pong for the LED cube. So all I've done so far is a little program that has a bouncing ball and draws some paddles on the sides of the cube and follows them around. So it sees with a random speed and position in those two middle layers. So if I reset it quickly, you can see that it's got a different behavior going on. But I thought it would be pretty cool if I could come up with a controller with two little joysticks that allow people to actually move the paddles around so that you can play 3D Pong like a game. So my setup at the moment is over here, a little prototype setup. I've ordered some thumbsticks, waiting for them to arrive. So in the meantime I'm using these linear potentiometers, which are basically variable resistors. As you change the position of the slider, their resistance changes. So what that does is it generates a signal that feeds into the Arduino that's between 0 and 5 volts. And then the analog to digital converter, which on the Arduino is a 10-bit system, converts that into a whole number between 0 and 1023. I have these two potentiometers. They represent like the X and Y state of the joystick, but there's also, you can depress the thumbstick. So I have this little tactile button over here, and I've called that the Z state. So that's a digital reading. It's either a 0 or a 1, like a high or a low voltage. So this all feeds into the Arduino Uno at the moment. So for my prototype, I'll make it up on a little board. So in order to transmit this information, I'm using what's called UART, so it's Universal Asynchronous Receive and Transmit. It's a simple scheme using only two lines, like a receive line and a transmit line, and you don't need any sort of reference clock for it to work. That's why it's asynchronous. So I'm transmitting the data in lots of 5 bytes of data. For the X, Y, and Z states of the two joysticks. So the first byte has a 0 at the beginning of it to indicate that it's the first byte in the packet, so I know what I'm looking at. And then each of the following bytes has a 1 at the beginning so that I know that it's not the start of the packet. At the end of the first byte I have the Z2 and Z1 bits to indicate their state. In the second and third bit I have X and Y for the first joystick, and in the fourth and fifth bytes I have X and Y for the second joystick. And they've been mapped to 7-bit values, so between 0 and 127, which is more than enough resolution, especially for this task, but I'm hoping that I can use the controller for other applications in the future. So I've set up this little graphical user interface in MATLAB, partially as an exercise in using the GUI development environment for MATLAB, because I've never done that before. So I thought it would be cool if I could test out whether my encoding is working by checking it on a computer and plotting it. The X and Y of the first joystick is represented by this dot here, and the X and Y represented by this dot here. So I haven't connected up the right joystick at the moment. I only have 2 potentiometers. We also get the button depression is marked down here. So I'll just show you what happens when I move the potentiometers around. So you can see I can move them both simultaneously. I can move one at a time, and I get the full range as well in there, so that's good. That's pretty much what I wanted it to do. So also you can see now I'm depressing the button, and so the Z state is changing, which is also what I want it to do, which is fantastic. So from here I need to make up the board and do some more programming. If you have any ideas, let me know. Thanks for watching.